Wait, are you already down hit points?
Yeah, the lava fucked him up.
Oh, I forgot about the lava. Yeah. Yeah, that sucked. All right, so on that note, who wants to give a recap?
Well, I have 5 potions of healing that either are going to go bad or are already bad. So if you want to test your luck and see if they're poison now.
Sure, why not?
Wait,
What
that
else?
can happen?
What else could go wrong?
All right.
And yes, Ano, that is a thing as far as you guys know.
Wow.
All right, so before we do the recap, Tony, you want a healing potion?
Let me pull my D100 for that healing potion.
Yup.
I mean, Tony, if you don't want to take any chances, I can lay on hands you or whatever.
That might not work either. Somebody cast Cure Wounds, and it was only moderately effective.
That's right. Wait.
Yeah. All right, so before we do that, then, how about we go through a recap so that everybody can get a better understanding of what everybody's into? Who would like to volunteer to start?
I'll start. I don't know if I'll remember every detail, but we spent a lot of time avoiding going into the Mournlands, using every trick we could think of, every piece of information we thought might be useful or that could continue to keep us outside the Mournlands. But eventually, despite our best efforts, we found ourselves right at the veil of mist between the real world and the Mournlands. So we plunged on in. There were some sort of strange plant creature wrapped around Tacitus's leg. Ivar, of course, noticed it and shouted a helpful warning, but it was all for naught because it was already wrapped around his leg when I saw it. So we had to kill the vine creature. Somebody else can talk about the lava. I'm blanking on the details.
Yes, so the vine creature whipped people around, which was fun. And then we ran into, we just continued walking through the Mournlands like everyone does. And a big lava plume, like a geisha, just appeared in front of us and blasted us in the face.
A geisha?
A geisha?
A geisha. Yeah,
a geyser?
Geyser, thank you.
Has anybody played the game Castle Crashers?
No.
Nah.
Oh, all right.
Maybe
isn't that
time.
They're done by the Battle Block guys, yeah?
Yeah. So that's
I played it, yeah.
I think I played it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so that's where I drew the inspiration for the lava. So, yeah, so you guys are in the Mournlands. You managed to survive the mists. Everybody has a level of exhaustion except Ivar from traversing the mists. Additionally, as you said, there was that vine creature that you fought. And then there was the lava plume that exploded in front of you. Thankfully, you guys were able to dodge it mostly. But the landscape is largely really fractured. There are areas that look like they're just flat rock, almost like asphalt. Without any cracks. There are other areas that are kind of muddy and uneven, other areas that seem to have been turned into jutting glass shards. Some of them is as high as your waist, of like an obsidian material. There are areas that are deep cracks or furrows in the earth where you see patterns of energy flowing within, deep below, which is one of the cracks that you guys had lava spewed from unexpectedly. And so now you know to look for those a little bit more closely. Additionally, in the distance, you see what appear to be storms within the clouds that cover the sky, because much like the border of the Mournland, the sky is also covered with a thick layer of fog. And so from above, you see cracks of what appear to be lightning, but they're unlike any kind of lightning that you've ever seen. Many different colors, shapes, and sounds that come from it, and a kind of a sound that doesn't just travel and you hear it, but you feel it, but it's different than the bass rumble that you can kind of feel in your lungs. It's one that kind of shudders even to your bones. You kind of feel it in your joints, and it's very disturbing.
And then we came upon the field of future undead army chasing us.
So you guys did come to this field, and the field is kind of caught between two large hills. On the tops of the hills, there's actually still what appears to be living grass, and scattered around the hills are dead bodies from what appear to be forces from Sire and Ondair that were locked in a struggle. And they seem to have been preserved since the day of the first instant that created the day of mourning. All of them seem to have fallen in battle or on this battlefield here. But oddly enough, even though the day of mourning happened years ago, all the bodies appear to be fresh. Even the wounds and the blood holding beneath them is still fresh. The entrails of those that were wounded and killed before the day of mourning are preserved as if they had happened only moments ago. And the ground, as you get closer, you see that the greatest concentration of bodies is right in the middle in between these two hills. It's clearly the point where the two armies had concentrated the skirmish that they were involved in. And so that ground is really still seems to be moist from the blood and the excreta from those bodies. And the doll's head that has been guiding you thus far to whatever you believe to be potentially either Elmorn's daughter or something that can give you information about Elmorn's daughter.
Listen, we don't need all those qualifiers, man. Potentially believe to be. We don't need all that.
Well, regardless, it is pointing you straight through the middle.
Can I use Divine Sense?
I think we did that last time, and we didn't find anything.
Well, we weren't in the middle of a creepy battlefield last time.
Right.
I think we were standing right at towards the edge of it, though, weren't we?
Oh,
yeah, you guys are pretty close to it right now. I don't remember how the Divine Sense.
Wait, are we close to where we came in? Because I thought I used it before.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That you had used it right when you got here. This is you guys have been walking for a while now, so you've had some time to kind of see things. Off in the distance, you've seen forms of creatures that hopefully have not noticed you, but as far as you can tell, they kind of were minding their own business. They didn't appear to be human, mostly four-legged creatures or shapes in the shadows that were barely visible, that you could only see signs of movement but couldn't really distinguish what they were. But so far, all of those things seem to have avoided you or not noticed you, or you found ways of obscuring yourselves from them. Because there are areas in this landscape where there are trees and there are still wrecked buildings and things like that. It looks a lot like the landscape from Fallout in a lot of ways. In terms of the debris and the different topography.
Kind of blasted looking too.
Yeah.
Sure. Hell on earth, one might say. Yeah.
Can I use Divine Sense on this near this battlefield?
Before you do that, Tacitus, did you want to use a potion?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I said, what else could go wrong?
It's got the full effectiveness. So
Sweet. Basic healing potion? You're muted.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got 4 more. Who wants to press their luck?
Oh, it's the worst potion roll I've ever had. 2 1s.
yeah. How are you on hit points right now? Actually, where is everybody on hit points currently?
Full.
I'm at full.
There we go.
I'm probably like 2/3.
It was Tacitus who was the one who was getting beat up the most. That's why Ivar volunteered to walk up front.
I guess. All right.
Because
So
we, for some reason, put our wizard up in front. Where
Yeah, then after that we started I was directing from further back.
It's called supervising.
Yeah.
Tacitus, where are you on hit points?
I put it in the chat. I'm at 45 of 72.
Okay. And then Elmorn and Petrie.
Full. 94 out of 94.
we did also buy a bunch of that the Goodberry wine.
108. I'm good.
All right.
Man.
Yeah. Based on your knowledge that you collected prior to entering the Mournland, good berries seem to be the only thing that do not get corrupted by the forces within the Mournland. So that is probably going to be your safest bet for not only healing, but also nutrition. So it's going to be really important to make sure that that gets rationed out wisely.
I drink a whole bottle.
So
does anyone else want a healing potion?
Nope.
It would basically be either Petrie or Tacitus.
Yeah, I'm full, so.
I'll make do for now.
Okay.
She's not hungry, okay?
I'm full.
He's like,
also,
I'm
like
saving myself for the wine.
Tacitus is like the Black Knight. One arm is gone, and he's like, no, I'm fine. 'Tis but a scratch.
Yeah.
Only a flesh wound.
by the way, Elmorn, where is Blaze? Is Blaze with you at this point?
No, he's been dismissed.
Okay.
I don't trust him in the morning. Trying to do something crazy. As long as you don't touch Egg.
Yeah, I wonder what Egg looks like.
Just leave him alone.
He's looking scrambled.
He's on. No! He's on my shoulder, and he's keeping me He's comforting me as I play my lute, looking for my daughter.
With those jagged little eggshell claw-like things, he's kind of scratching your neck.
Yeah.
You look over, he's like sunny side up on your shoulder.
No! Never.
All right, so Elmorn, you wanted to use your divine sense?
Yes.
All right. So remind me, divine sense gives you whether or not there is a presence of fiends, or undead?
Celestial, fiends, or undead.
Okay.
For 60 feet.
One thing that you notice immediately as you activate your divine sense is that there seems to be an ever-present fog all around you. There's energy suffusing every inch of this land. It doesn't look to be exactly divine, fiendish, or undead. It may be some kind of combination, or it may be some other greater, more primal corruption that is still able to be detected by your divine senses. But you do get a kind of spidey sense, sort of a tingle, that this place there's something wrong about it.
Like this place
And
specifically?
I mean, you know that the Mournland, there's something wrong about the Mournland.
Oh.
But you're getting a stronger sense from this place that is in front of you. There's something about it that is certainly, from your perspective, it could be considered unholy or profane in some way.
I stop playing the lute and I turn to the group and I say, "Bad juju."
Well, these ancient fresh bodies do kind of seem a bit off.
I don't trust this place. It's like a noxious odor on my nose.
We can go around.
Now, does anybody would anybody else feel this would this seem off to anybody else?
Like a sense of foreboding?
Yeah, or is this something that Elmore can sense?
No, this is something just specifically to Elmorn with his divine sense. But each of you do have sort of that feeling of unease, where it's like kind of that feeling of somebody watching you, or somebody unexpectedly breathing on your neck and causing the hairs on the back of your head to stand up. Even though there's nobody behind you and nobody that you can see watching you, there's this ever-present sense ever since you've entered the Mournland that there's something just very wrong about this place.
Now, does it look like we can go around? Like there's two hills, the bodies are bleeding in the center, and they're probably scattered around. How far would it be to go around one of the hills? Like, which way of attack are we coming at this?
I mean, the hills are, they're large, but they're not necessarily not traversable. You can certainly go around them, but you can see, at least here from this, even though like there are all these bodies, it looks like a pretty clear view from here to there, like straight through. You don't know you can't see what's on the other side of the hills. So you'd have to go around, and you'd have to take the time to do that. And also, one thing you do know, that as you kind of, if you were to move side to side, it seems like the doll's head isn't necessarily pointing specifically to the center of this place, so it's not like this is where you need to go, but it's definitely indicating to go through. Like in that direction is the direction that you need to go.
Well, if the doll says so.
Can we see how far can we see then? into this this? How can we tell how big this battlefield is?
Yeah, it's quite large. I mean, there's probably couple thousand bodies strewn all over. The biggest concentration in the middle, obviously, but it's also you can see that it only goes for maybe a mile, and then beyond that, you see that it looks like there's almost like a town beyond. Like there are buildings. It's too far to see if any of them have survived or intact, but you can see at least there were signs of civilization, which appears to be, based on the fact that this is the Syrian army that was here. It's likely that they were defending this town. So it's either a town or it's a fortification.
Well, I assume that wherever we need to find, it's going to be in the scariest place possible. So probably in that town.
Well, I mean, I think I could get myself across pretty quickly, but it'd be awfully difficult to bring, more than one other person.
I'm not terribly thrilled about running through this place. It's foreboding.
So is there like a body nearby, like near us, like a dead body?
Don't touch it.
Let me touch it.
They're not too far away. You're right on kind of the precipice of like where this area begins. So it's only like a few steps away is the nearest body. It wouldn't take you more than.
He just wants to put the evil zombie mask on it.
Nope.
So I want to see. I remember a while ago I got the gift of the silver flame, and I'm pretty sure that was like it was meant for like burning bodies. Can I use it for that?
Wait, the gift of the silver flame.
Yeah, it was. It was like,
that's the bonus action that you get, or isn't it reaction?
Yeah, it was that bonus action reaction thing. But I remember I received it for like some weird reason, but it was that's where I thought I got the idea of that.
What it allows you to do is you can either use your a bonus action to give one ally temporary HP equal to your proficiency bonus, or deal that much energy as radiant damage to an enemy.
I'll just blast something with a sacred flame. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So what does it look like?
I do like a quick prayer, and and this small like white light starts floating down and sits on top of the body as it attempts to burn it. Hopefully it does.
So the body becomes engulfed in a silver flame. It's a young squire, looked like he was probably no more than 14, 15 years old. And his body goes up instantly. And you can hear the skin fizzling and popping as the fat begins to catch fire, and it unleashes a really horrible smell. But otherwise, it just looks to be a normal body burning in white flame.
All right, well, I've got a lot of funeral rites to do, so you guys go ahead.
It's maybe a medicine check or something like that to see if we can ascertain any information from how the body reacted to that.
Sure. If you're proficient in medicine, you can make the check.
I happen to be. Shit.
You also happen to be at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that got me one worse. Okay. 11.
All right. Anyone get higher than 11?
Let me roll up. No.
All right. So, Tacitus, you're fairly confident in the knowledge that you ascertain. It seems to burn just as anybody would. And knowing Petrie being a worshiper of the Silver Flame and that his magic is closely tied to his faith, the burning of the body doesn't appear to be any stronger in or seem to be fighting off or devouring any kind of impurity within the body.
Mm-hmm. And the smell seems natural.
Yes, it's exactly what you would expect from a burning fresh corpse.
Your everyday burning fresh corpse. It's totally normal.
I've been in war. I'm sure I've smelled it before. Give me like 10. I don't remember if I did this before entering here. Did I try doing detect magic?
Yeah, you got done for that too.
You can go ahead and use detect magic.
Yeah, I have to do it as a ritual, so give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 6 seconds, to be exact.
Too bad you guys don't have Colmar here to give you definitive evidence if these bodies are...
Oh yeah, he'd be raising them and putting them in big piles.
So once you finish the ritual and you begin to sense the magical auras around you, you notice something very similarly to what I described for Elmorn. There's magic suffusing this entire place. It's almost overwhelming. There are certainly areas in the distance that you notice that even though they're beyond your 60-foot limit of perception, they still blaze as if they're like just so saturated with magic that it's almost blinding. And there's several areas around here in distance towards the horizon that you notice, at least coming from behind you and beyond the city or settlement or whatever it is that you see in front of you. You can see several of these, and you see one aura definitely over the hill to your right. It's a blazing aura that is kind of just reaching out into the sky, and from your perception, it almost seems like the clouds, the mist are kind of swirling, not visibly, but the magical aura that the mists even radiate kind of swirl in deference to the power that is rising from over there.
Do I catch a school?
It's not something that can be defined by school. It's much more primordial often, or much more powerful than any one school would be, kind of.
Because Castus was going off of a hunch, maybe, like possible thing where perhaps we literally did walk through a portal into another world. Like we are not on the same plane of existence. Could I get that sense?
That is a really interesting idea. That's certainly something that you could draw as a conclusion. You don't necessarily have any evidence to support it, but just based on how drastic the changes are to this landscape, the strange weather phenomena you see in the distance, the fact that you guys had this strange vine creature attack you, and then all of a sudden a lava plume shoot up without any warning or any kind of seismic activity to kind of give that possibility away. This place definitely doesn't follow the same kinds of physical laws that are generally accepted to exist outside of here.
Sure.
Give me an Arcana check.
With disadvantage. Yay. Okay. Or okay, all right, not bad, not bad. 21.
All right. You do so. It is not uncommon in Eberron for there to be rifts to other planes of existence. As the rest of you learned at the library of the Tower of the 12, and as Tacitus you probably knew from your work there, there are several different planes of existence that each have their own different aspects to them. The plane of Zoriat was just one where the angel face creature hailed from, but there are others. And they often do have some kind of presence on the face of Eberron. They're called like manifest zones, and in those manifest zones, the rules of magic and the laws of nature kind of bend to be more aligned with the plane that has influence over that area. The most famous example is actually Sharn, the city of towers. So Sharn has towers that rise a mile into the air and has towers that float. And the reason that they're able to do that is because the magic of that town is affected by the manifest zone of, I want to say it's Rizia. And that's the plane of endless sky. And so because of that manifest zone, magic is able to support those high structures. And so it's possible that there may be something like that is impacting what's going on around here. It's also possible that maybe this is something else entirely, but you're definitely, your conclusions that you're making are not off track from what you know about planar
Sure.
cosmology.
And then one last question then. The sense of being watched, is it similar to like that feeling we got from Zor Chick Dick?
So no, it's not.
Okay, cool. Beholder then, got it. No.
That was that was much more direct. That was something that was unmistakable. This is a bit more ambiguous and fuzzy. All you know that is that it's kind of getting your adrenaline going and putting you on edge.
Okay.
Now, if I recall, didn't we feel something similar like this when we were getting down towards the bottom of Fort Deep Dark?
Yeah.
That
is not a far leap to make. That there are some similarities between the power that you were experiencing at the bottom of Fort Deep Dark and the power that you're experiencing now.
Okay. Martha says to the group, we've something smells familiar about this, and not in a good way. I'm getting flashbacks of the time that we were at the bottom of Fort Deep Dark, and where we ultimately met the angel face creature. Be on your lookout.
Indeed. And then the big power thing we said was on the right side of us.
Yeah.
I sense a lot of power over there. Not sure if we want to go that direction.
Unlimited power.
Well, maybe it's Elmorn's daughter that's watching us.
But the head is pointing which direction?
Through the middle of the kind of valley between the hills towards the settlement beyond.
Elmorn would want to follow the head. Although he has a sense of foreboding, he knows it's dangerous. I would basically just be like, be on guard, friends.
Shall we get to running then?
As well as we can in our exhausted state.
Yeah.
So maybe a light jog. So
All right,
yeah,
so you guys are gonna try and run through.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
There's
Perhaps not directly down the middle where they're all piled up.
Might zigzag around.
Let's skirt around the big pile, yeah?
All right. So
How do we die?
1, 2, 4.
so. Is this power like that power, that big power? Could you consider it to be like godlike?
Are you talking to Elmorn or are you talking to Tacitus?
Tacitus.
Would I get the sense that it's arcane in nature or divine in nature, at least?
No, just far more powerful than anything that you've ever seen. I mean, even I'm sure that working at the Tower of the 12, you've even had the opportunity to look at some artifacts, not necessarily touch them or interact with them, but see them from afar. And if you're ever curious to see their magical aura, this outshines even those by magnitudes more.
Divine in nature, difficult to say. It's difficult to imagine anything divine here in this realm.
Very well. Petrie's like ready to go with the plan. Wants to run through corpses.
All right. Do you guys have a marching order? Do you have like a way that you're running, or like are you in chevron formation or
Chevron formation. There's only one way to approach something in D&D.
All right, Elmorn would be at the front of the chevron.
I'm going to be
All
right
right.
behind Elmorn. Chevron or not. I want something between me and whatever.
All right, you guys start running. You get a little bit ways in there. You notice that the smell is becoming overwhelming because you start to see the blood that is drenched through the ground, the mud that is, the ground is now really muddy, the footing is uneven, and it just smells like a sewage plant with how bad everything is mixing together. And Ivar, give me an acrobatics check.
That's pretty good. 23.
Is that what? Oh, you're not disadvantaged. You're not exhausted.
Well, good.
So you just about almost lose your footing, but you're able to rebound from it.
Meanwhile, you guys are probably like 400 or 500 yards ahead of me.
Yeah, his little legs are having a lot of trouble, not only bounding over the various bodies, but also with his feet getting stuck and plunging into the mud. With his little legs, it's hard for him to.
Well, I don't sink as deep into the mud, thankfully.
I might be able to help with that. But you give me 10 minutes.
All right. Well, you guys are kind of out of breath. Maybe it's a good point for you guys to want to stop for Tacitus to work his magic, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, take 10 minutes here, and I start. I just basically stand in place and mumble some sort of chant while performing the same somatic components over and over again for about 11 minutes, in fact. And then
Wait, before you finish, what's everybody doing while he's doing this ritual? This is 11 minutes that you guys are standing among dead bodies.
See,
I mean, I'm going to investigate just to see if there's anything unusual about the way they died.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
22.
So you do notice that there are quite a number that died that have wounds consistent with them having been in battle. But actually probably about half, maybe even a slight majority, seem to have collapsed with no visible wounds at all. But if you are brave enough to check them physically for pulse or any signs of life or anything like that, it's very clear that they're dead. Their eyes having glazed over, and there's no appearance of any breathing or heartbeat.
Is there any sign of why they haven't rotted? Like something happened to them at the moment they died, I assume.
Nothing that you can tell. Nothing that would be noticeable to any kind of mundane examination.
Okay.
clearly they're all saints and they just didn't decay.
Petrie, give me a perception check.
Okay. D20 at disadvantage up. That's 10 plus with perception. 13.
All right. Message coming your way.
I guess, yeah, Petrie would be interested in looking at looking at the people who are from Corvair, because I'm pretty sure there are a couple of them in here.
What do you mean Corvair? Everybody's from Corvair. That's the continent.
Oh, I mean, from what the fuck's
Ondair?
Yeah, from where the Silver Flame people come from.
That's Thrain.
Yeah. Weren't there any?
Yeah, you don't
flags
notice any. You don't notice anybody from Thrain.
Oh, okay.
In the mix.
Right, fair enough.
Are there any lichens?
He's been keeping his eyes out, but he's not. There's been this promise of lichens. He's not impressed.
Would Tassadar or I recognize anybody?
That's up to you. Do you guys want to recognize anyone?
I don't know if I can take much more trauma.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
My whole family died in this place. So.
Guys, I don't think we should be here very much longer, if at all. There's something moving, you know.
Where?
Do I get to finish my spell?
I don't think we do. I think we're gonna die.
Where is it moving?
It was over there, and he points in the direction. And then he feels like this. And then he quickly shifts his head. And he's like, no, that's it there.
Do we see what he's pointing to?
But nobody else sees anything moving.
It's moving.
All right, we need to get out of here ASAP. If not, just for Petrie's.
So Petrie was pointing to. It seems like he was pointing to a specific body. Probably about 10 feet from him.
Is it the body, Petrie?
Yeah, it definitely moved. I saw it. It twitched, but it more than twitched. I think it moved. I think it like rolled a little. Maybe it's alive.
Let's hurry.
Should we check it?
No.
Okay.
Actually, let's check it. I'm going to fire an arrow at it. The magic arrow.
No way. It might be alive. We can probably fix it.
I got a 30.
It might be alive.
So is that a critical?
No.
Oh, okay. Jesus. All right. Well, you fire an arrow at it. It arcs over and punctures the stomach, and as it punctures the stomach, the innards kind of explode outward.
Okay.
It could still be alive.
Who's got medicine?
I do.
I do.
Petrie, Tacitus, you're too busy.
Yeah.
focusing on your ritual.
Yeah.
Petrie, go ahead and roll the medicine.
25.
So that is a natural gas buildup. So it's not uncommon for corpses to have that kind of putrefaction take place, and it might cause them to move their jaw as gas escapes, or even cause them to moan and definitely explode if punctured.
Aim for the head next time.
Petrie just looks around. He's like, okay, we shouldn't be here.
Do I get to finish the ritual?
Does anybody else want to do anything?
I'm just ready for danger.
Where's the nearest body?
You guys are standing all around bodies. Like, you're probably standing on a body, maybe.
I'm going to check to see one of the nearest body and see if I could that has anything in its pockets.
Okay. In its pockets, you can probably find 5 silver pieces, and you also find a note.
Can I read the note?
Yeah. So when you open up the note, it appears to be a note from a loved one, kind of saying, hope you come home soon. Miss you. The children wish you well. What's that?
That it says, I want a divorce.
I'm going to keep that note in honor of this soldier who has been caught in a never-ending death.
Plus, you want to reuse some of those sentences for later on.
Yes. I need to up my game.
All right. Just before Tacitus finishes his ritual, you suddenly hear a massive caw, like a screech sound that echoes throughout the land. You notice that the sound is so powerful that it actually causes some bits of earth to kind of some of the dry bits of earth to kind of knock off some of the bodies or some of the things around.
Can you
and
replicate this noise? I don't understand what it is.
Yeah, I need to know.
Yeah.
And can you scream it into the microphone so I can feel it too?
Yeah, I want you to rumble the earth around my house.
Yeah. I want my eardrums to rumble.
it's kind of a.
Oh.
I don't see any dirt yet. I think you need to try harder.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I think we've satisfied the requirement for the night.
I don't feel it shaken to my core.
But it's followed by this massive shadow that passes over you in the sky. It seems you can't see it because it's like within the mist, but it's close enough to the bottom of the mist that you can see the shape and the shadow, and it appears to be some winged creature that is probably has a wingspan of twice that of like a Boeing 747. It's absolutely massive.
So basically, if I hop on its back and animal handling it, it's my mount.
If you could jump that high, I'll give you the try.
It'll swoop down to eat one of us.
That'll be the chance. So do I get to finish my ritual?
There is something strange that you notice, though, is that as it passes over you, there's kind of this strange light along the ground that seems to follow it. Like in the shape of the creature, almost.
Watch out, guys. This thing shits light.
Did it go over us?
Yeah.
Oh.
It went right over you.
Did the little bright spot go over us?
Yeah.
What did it feel like?
It kind of dazzled you a little bit. You got some spots in front of your eye, and it actually it seemed like in that moment where it passed over you and that light kind of shone around you, everything was kind of visually appeared like a negative.
Oh. This thing's still moving around here, guys. We should probably move.
So Tacitus finishes his ritual.
So the last bit of the ritual is you see me like I grab something small and I stretch it out, and it kind of looks like it unfolds into a sheet, and I kind of toss it like it's going over something, and you see it does actually indeed drape over, and it creates sort of the upper portion of it's like a sheer horse with no legs, so it just kind of floats. All right, I just pick Ivar up and put him on.
That phantom steed?
Yeah.
Nice.
100 feet of movement, so get moving. You're ranged. You go far from us. So no. Let's get moving.
So while we move, I'm going to start looking for anybody who's of unusually high rank, like any bodies of somebody who died who's of unusually high rank.
Okay. Give me investigation. How fast are you moving while you're looking?
I mean, I'm keeping up with them, so 30.
Okay. So disadvantage since you're moving 30 feet while you're trying to look.
Well, with disadvantage, that's 23. I'm plus 11 on investigation.
Wow.
You can actually you do spot what appears to be the insignia that would indicate a general of the Ondarian army.
Then I'm going to go over and investigate his body and search to see if there's anything interesting on him.
What does everybody else do when suddenly they notice that Ivar stops on his horse to go and look check out this body?
I just yell back, "Don't take long."
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go near that big pile. I saw something moving over there.
Wait, so you guys are continuing to run and then leaving Ivar by himself?
I'm
Don't get off
Martha's
the
gonna go.
horse.
Martha's gonna accompany him.
Petrie just wants to get out of here, so he wants to keep running if anyone's going to join him.
There might be some valuable clue as to what happened here, and it's the high-ranking people who might have it.
Man, fuck that guy.
The question is, do we really care what happens here?
I do.
I'd rather survive, honestly.
Yeah, there's one reason why we're here, and that's to stay away from moving bodies. Now let's go.
Okay. So you guys got like 200 feet and then you stopped. So Ivor could check out this body. Now you guys are all kind of discussing. So Ivar, as you dismount or are you dismounting to check out the body more closely?
Oh God.
Yes, I am.
Oh, it was fun. So, you know what? I'm gonna bust out the story dice.
Oh no.
You know what? You're all dead. What's that? 3 skull and crossbones? Oh, I guess that means you're all dead.
All right. So, despite this being in general, he doesn't seem to carry any kind of weapon. Instead, he has something. The thing that he has grasped very firmly in his hand appears to actually be a flute. You examine him. He seems to be one that also did not die of any kind of wounds. And he is kind of half done over by his fallen horse. So he's kind of pinned beneath the horse that he was riding. He also seems to have a bandolier full of various liquids. And a strange tattoo on his neck of what appears to be an eye with scaly lids.
Well, it would have been good if Tacitus was here because he could just remember exactly what this thing looks like. But I'm not gonna take the time to like sketch that out. So, I will try to keep as good a memory of it as I can. And I guess I mean, if he doesn't have any like paperwork or orders on him, I'll take the flute and the bandolier.
Oh yeah, he definitely has paperwork and orders.
Then I'll stuff all that
like
into
that,
my
too.
magic backpack
Okay.
and then get back on the horse and go at 100 to catch up with these people.
Well,
And
it
then-
seems
and
like
then remember Petrie's behind me.
Yeah, Petrie, Marthau were kind of with you because
Okay.
Petrie was talking to you. It sounded like Tacitus was also speaking with you guys. So I assume that he wanted to run away, but he was kind of there. Is
Yeah,
that accurate?
I was probably like maybe 60 feet. Well, like I kept running and like, what do you? Like everybody else stopped, and so like I was like,
What about Elmorn? What were you doing, Elmorn, during that exchange?
Still going. Nothing's gonna stop me and my daughter from getting to my daughter. Following the stupid head. If the head stopped with Tacitus, then I'd stop.
it did, yeah.
So, Ivar, you took the battle orders and papers and things like that. Did you take anything else from the general?
The flute and the bandolier.
Okay. So you got that stuff. Then you guys continue running through the bodies. Running.
Yeah, I'll say before I leave, I will say, God's rest you, General, and say a quick prayer.
Okay.
Then get back on the horse.
All right. So then you guys are running. You probably get just past the halfway point,
Nothing happens.
and then
God damn it.
everybody give me dexterity saving throws.
Another geisha of lava.
Hey.
Action.
-1.
Oh,
What's 12?
I
Does that
am
help?
rolling awesome. 27.
Action. Action point.
All right. 18.
I've got a quick question. I forget how many action points did I use at the end of that last bit? Because I'm pretty sure I used some of this session's action points. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, you did.
I thought I marked it down, but apparently I did not. So
I was listening, but I don't remember.
yeah,
I know you used one at some point. I don't remember if there were more.
it might have only been one, but at
We'll
least
say one.
Yeah, okay.
We'll say one.
I'm gonna go ahead and use another just in case here. It's probably not gonna help me because I'm real shit at Dex. So, oh, nat 20.
All right.
That's my total too.
All right. So, who rolled less than a 15?
Me.
All right. So what happens is as you are passing over the terrain littered with bodies, all of a sudden there's like an earthquake. The ground begins rumbling and begins to rise where you're standing. Those that made the save were able to jump back to more stable ground, while those that were unsuccessful actually got caught on this rising mound and ended up tumbling off. So you are prone and take 3 falling damage.
Oh.
Now, what rises before you appears to be a mound of dead bodies. But you start to look closer, and it's actually something that's really just covered in dead bodies and spikes. And you can see clearly 2 massive claws and a pair of eyes with, and between them, a set of vicious mouth parts. I'm gonna find a picture for you guys.
Goddamn cadaver collector.
Petrie does this like little smile, is like, that's a lichen.
Jesus Christ. I think that should get you a
Are
picture.
you a lichen, what you're seeing?
Actually, it's one of them crab lichens.
Well, it transformed from a hill into this monster.
Oh.
Actually, no, it was beneath the ground. You can see beneath it, like its legs are fairly long and they're segmented, so they seem to have been folded under it, and it is beneath it. There's like this divot of earth that it had displaced. Let's see. Who has survival?
Test.
Anybody that has survival can make a survival check.
I
Elmoy.
think I do. 21.
This is a classic tactic of an ambush predator.
Watch out, guys! This is an ambush predator.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
At disadvantage. Got him.
Really? Is it at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good number. Here we go. 2.
All right. So. All right. We got Ivor. And we got Tacitus. The monster. I don't know, Martha.
I gotta take a quick bathroom break.
All right, we can use this as a break.
Okay.
Dustin's also gone.
Okay.
Get some.
Sounds good.
Five-minute break.
Yep.
All right.
Oh boy.
Didn't expect to be fighting a giant crab, did you?
No. I can't expect anything here. Like, it's, you never guess. Oh well. It's blocking our way, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can try and get around it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's massive.
It's so massive. It's bulging, right?
Mm-hmm. It's undulating.
Is it throbbing?
Who's undulating?
The monster, obviously.
Somebody was undulating. I want to know who.
I'm gonna try to make it as far as I can. 10:30 might be a reasonable, might be a realistic limit. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, so.
I used the word undulating in my campaign, just so you know. And when I said it, I thought of you. I was like, oh God.
What have I become?
I said the word undulating unironically. What's wrong with me?
What life choices have led me to this situation?
Wait, shit. I forgot to grab my cookies. Hold on.
Oh man, cookies. That sounds awesome.
I love some cookies.
I gotta go shopping after this. I'll get some cookies.
You just eat them while we're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else watching the World Cup?
I watched a couple games.
Dude, I don't give a shit about soccer, but I've been so into it this year.
What games have you been watching?
I wanted Belgium to win against France.
Yeah. That was a rough game.
Yeah. And then I was rooting for Croatia and they won. I was like, yeah!
Yeah.
I freaked out, dude.
Bye-bye, England.
Bye. I don't know. I'm just rooting for the underdogs. I don't care who wins. I just want the underdogs to win.
Fair enough.
So I want Croatia to win it all.
Ah.
There's a bar half a block away, and I'm sure it's different in other countries, but at least in the U.S., there aren't really like that many soccer bars. Like they're there, but they're not like everywhere. So there's 2 soccer bars within a walking distance, and one of them is like a good 50 feet away. And in the morning, like 8, 9 a.m., you just hear olays. Like it sounds like the Cubs are playing, but it's actually just the soccer bar. Right down like. Yeah, there's it's AJ Hudson's, and then there's the Globe, which is another big soccer bar in our area.
I don't think we have any of here. There might be some in St. Louis, I guess, but here where I'm at, I don't think there are any.
All right. So, initiative. First of all, Elmore and Martha, how do you want to go first? Who wants to go first? You guys got the same.
Elmore can go first.
Okay.
Wait. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Said who wants to go first?
Yeah, but why?
Because
we
you
both
guys
rolled
get the same
7.
initiative.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I can go first.
So order is Ivar, Tacitus, Monster, Elmore, Marthrow, Petrie. However, Ivar and Tacitus, you guys can be fluid. Whoever wants to go first. Or if you guys want to switch up your actions, like one will take an action, then another will take a bonus action or something like that. If you guys want to do that, figure we can try and add some strategery that way. And then after the monster, Elmore, Martha, Petrie, I'm going to just go through the order, but if you guys want to change it up, or if you guys want to say, hey, wait a minute, let me go first, I got this idea, you guys are welcome to do that. It's something I think would be interesting to try. So we have Ivar, you are up, Tacitus on deck, monster in the hole.
So how far am I from the monster?
So you are probably 10 to 15 feet away from the monster.
Does it
But
look
this
like
is
if I'm
also well within his reach,
okay?
based on the size of the pinchers that he's sporting.
Okay, so I am going to jump off the horse. And how far am I from Tacitus?
Let me draw up how I see this.
Did we get to go very far before this thing jumped out at us?
10 to 15 feet away.
Because I do need to have an idea.
So we got Martha, Petrie. You guys are right there, and that actually.
I mean, I guess what I would actually do is ride over to wherever Tacitus is and jump off the horse, saying, in case you want to get out of its reach. And then I'm going to try to sharpshooter it twice.
This thing is huge, but this is kind of how I imagine.
Oh man, I'm in the middle.
Yeah, and Martha's right beneath its glove or its pincher.
Okay.
It's where he
You
least
guys were-
expects.
So I'm sharpshootering it twice. Oh, that's a 17 and a nat 20.
All right. Go ahead and confirm the critical.
That's a 19.
Total.
Yep.
All right. So the critical is not confirmed, but it's still max damage. And then what
So
was
is
the
that-
first roll?
The first one was like an 18. It missed.
Yeah. That
So is there someone within 5 feet of it? Can I get my sneak attack?
The people that are within 5 feet of it are prone right now.
Okay. I will not roll my sneak attack die then. That's 5 plus 14, 19 damage.
All right.
Wait, an 8 was a miss?
What?
Yes.
What?
18.
We're fucked.
It's fucking huge. How can you miss it?
Oh, it's not necessarily about missing.
Yeah, I
it's just
know.
not
It's an
hitting.
armor class. Yeah.
So yeah, one of the arrows that Ivar shot actually embedded itself directly in the eye of one of the corpses that covered that creature, harmlessly, just taking the damage. The other one managed to find a chink in its carapace right around where the eye stalk kind of meets the shell.
Maybe not sharpshootering it next time.
All right, so unless Ivar, you have anything more?
Nope, that's it.
All right. This monster is on deck. Elmore, you're in the hole.
Alrighty. I'll just say
Elmore? Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm up. Yeah.
Tacitus.
I'll look up to the sky again. Maybe that fucking bird's around still. I'm gonna cast Melf's minute meteors and just start bombing the top of it to try and draw attention.
Okay.
So I'll throw 2 of them at the thing. It has to make dex saves. Good luck with the giant fucking crab, I guess.
It's gonna do a backflip. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Are these area of effect?
Yeah. 5
Okay.
feet. 5 feet area effect. So
Okay.
they're contained, but
still counts.
Yeah.
So so is it 2 dex saves or just the 1?
Yeah, I think it's 2. Yeah.
All right. First one fail. Second one, 18.
My DC is a 16.
Okay, so it succeeded one, failed the other.
How the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, backflip, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's roll.
Oh, I'll explain. Don't worry. I'll explain.
It's using the bodies to absorb damage.
Yeah.
So the first one is 6 fire, and then the second one, I guess, which takes half. Come on now. 3, half of 3.
All right. So you notice that just in general, those spells seem to be less effective because it is burning away the bodies before it's even touching the carapace.
Sure.
So these bodies are acting as a pretty good defense for this creature so far.
Yeah, that's fine. That's my
What was that?
Jesus.
That's the creature.
That's
That's it making its mouth parts.
I was hoping that was the bird. Damaging this thing just seems a fool's cause, but I'm hoping that this bird likes tasty crab. So that's why I tossed those things at the top of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get on that damn phantom steed and run, I don't know, 50 feet back for now.
Okay. Before you continue, how big is the creature and how far is it from me?
The creature is about 10 to 15 feet away from you.
No,
But
it's important. Which one is it? 10 or 15?
All right. It's 10 feet away from you.
Ah!
Oh, okay. I was trying to do the one that was better for you. All right. It's 15 feet away from you.
Yeah, but I'm in front of it, so if it wants to get behind me, it's got to move into my range, right?
I mean,
Giant and
yes.
enormous and has a huge movement and just kind of scurry around you.
It's like, yeah, I'll take that attack of opportunity.
Crab walk around you, if you will.
You gotta roll
All
a
right, so
20.
you're positioning yourself. Oh, wait a minute. But it's not your turn yet.
Yeah, but it's the monster's turn. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay. So you're 15 feet away, right in front of it.
Yeah, and wait,
So that Ivar, you're 15 feet away unless you move back.
can you tell me the size of the creature? Is it large? Is it huge?
It's considered huge. It's like it's probably a good 50 feet in diameter.
So we got that on the record. It's considered huge, right?
Uh-huh.
All right,
That's what
good.
she said.
So, first thing that it's gonna do is it sees Marthau, and it's going to pound its claw into him and then try and grab him. So that's the first attack. Natural 20.
Wow.
Oh.
Can I use Ben Luck to make that not a natural 20?
Or an action point?
Let me read bend luck. I think I've rolled on this before, and I think I rolled. Wait, is bend luck the add and subtract, or is it the re-roll?
It's the subtract. And
Okay,
subtract.
no, the add and subtract, no, because that affects the modifiers. It's still a natural 20 even without modifiers.
I'm gonna use an action point to make you re-roll that.
22.
Well, that'll hit, of course.
You take 22 bludgeoning damage, and you are also grappled. And in its claws.
Oh boy.
And then Petrie is going to use its other claw, since you're so conveniently right there, and it is looking hungry.
Some corpses all over it.
Oh, wow. 17.
Oh my god, did that not hit? It didn't hit. Oh.
I rolled really low. All right, so you managed to actually dodge the claw attack. It digs a furrow into the ground right where you were, and you somehow managed to scurry away and roll because you're on your back right now.
Mm.
So it's almost like one of those things where like you spread your legs and it's like right there.
That's what she said.
Boy.
All right, that's its turn.
Okay.
So we got Elmorn, you are up. Martha on deck. Petrie in the hole.
So I'm 15 feet away, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to use my action to enlarge.
That's what she said.
Okay. So all the blood swells up inside me.
Yeah.
And I enlarge.
Engorge, if you will.
Gorge.
Yeah. We're all dudes. We're familiar with the process.
Yeah.
And then I want to cast with my bonus action. I want to cast Compelled Duel on the creature.
All right, let me see. What does Compelled Duel specifically do?
Wisdom.
Must make a Wisdom saving throw or be compelled to fight me. To come towards me and fucking fight me. Compelled by my divine demand. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me. It must make a Wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Wisdom saving throw, DC.
Whether he saves or not, this is gonna be awesome.
Wait, why?
Just because this thing is gonna have all its attention on you.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Big crap fight.
All right.
I'm large. Don't forget.
So would Ivar
Wow.
know that he can't attack this thing without breaking your spell?
Wait, what?
Compelled duel if other creatures begin to attack or hit it. I forget which.
Is it that one? Is it?
I thought it was.
No, no. Wait.
I'm going to. Hang on.
Wait. Oh,
The spell
oh.
ends if you attack
you're right,
any
you're
other
right.
creature, or
Okay.
if a creature friendly to you damages or targets and casts a spell.
Okay, wait,
So you
never
can
mind. Can I
tell.
not cast this? I didn't
No,
read
I mean,
this part.
you can tell everybody around you, hey, everybody, I got this.
No.
Don't even bother.
I had a second plan of attack in mind. So can I just forget about that for now?
Oh, but it was gonna be so awesome.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make it awesome still.
All right.
As long as you allow me to. So
I will allow you to take your action back because you did not.
well no,
read
I'm
the
just
spell
taking
well enough.
I'm just taking the spell back. So I still use an
Right.
action to enlarge, okay?
All right.
And then can I use an action point to run up and grapple the creature? I am large, he is huge, meaning he is within one size of me. So I can grapple him.
Yeah. Yeah, he has advantage on that, and you're already at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Whoa, disadvantage on what though?
On the check.
I thought disadvantage was just for the skill checks, right?
Yeah, isn't it an athletics check?
Yeah.
Opposed athletics check.
God damn it! I thought it was just strength.
Well, even if it is just strength,
Wait,
it's
but I have,
also
I have advantage on strength, so it just cancels out. So I just have normal strength, right?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm large.
okay. Okay, yeah, because the enlarge gives you advantage, but you're exhausted, so that makes it just regular.
So it's a wash.
But the creature still has advantage
Why does the creature have advantage?
because it's a size larger than you.
Bigger than you.
That gives you advantage?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 sizes, but
I thought it just
might
got. Yeah, I thought it just got
Okay,
the
let
special
me-
size modifier.
Let me bring up my trusty DM cheat sheet, which I should have had open already. Dustin, you okay?
Oh, I'm good.
You're looking a little worse for wear there.
He's ready to see Elmore put the smack down on this crap.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the Hell in the Cell D&D style here.
I'm gonna throw him off the top of the cage. Whatever the fuck the meme is.
16 feet through the announcer's table.
This reminds me of the time in 1996 when Undertaker threw Mankind off the Hell of a Cell.
Oh, you know what? I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing that it needs to be no more than one size larger than you. I'm
Yeah.
not seeing the.
Yeah, there is this what is it, the special size modifier, which is in my D&D stuff.
All right, that's fine.
So it's just opposed athletics or acrobatics, right? Well, for him, I get athletics.
Well, first you have to make
The grapple check, yeah.
use your attack action. Yeah, so it's athletics or acrobatics, and you're. So then, where's the dice?
For me, it's just athletics, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I get the choice, but it's definitely going to be, athletics. It's giant monster.
Bring it on.
He could be pretty nimble. You never know.
And 21.
I got 25.
All right, you've grappled it.
You got 2 attacks, right? Normal.
So I used an action to enlarge.
So you also this thing is spiky. So you also take 10 piercing damage as you rush to grab it.
10 or 5?
Hey.
All right, 5 piercing damage of that. But there's an interesting side effect.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, there's more. You should have taken that 5 damage.
No, you notice that because you are so close to it now, you can see very clearly the bodies that are collected upon its carapace. And while many of them are affixed by spikes, there are others that don't seem to be. And at that moment, you realize you're stuck to it. You have it grappled, but you are now stuck to the creature as well. There is some kind of adhesive.
Mm.
Good job, man. Good job.
Well, I want to explain how I grab it. So that I want to explain how I grab it so that we can have this figured out, okay? I don't have to use both hands to grapple the thing. So I have
No, you don't.
So I have it grappled by one hand, okay? The claw that is grabbing Marthau, is it?
Yeah.
I have like my arm around, like if it had a wrist, it would be like that. That's how I have it grappled, okay?
Okay.
And I've got my other mailed fist, giant fist, ready to punch it in the face.
All right. So, yeah, still the same thing applies, though, that it's spiky, so you take that spike damage, and that you notice what I told you notice.
Well, now my hand's stuck to it. That means it can't get away from me either. I'm not trapped here with you.
Flip it over.
I can't wait for the next round. All right.
Wait, what?
So is that your entire action?
I need to know what does my action point afford me? Because I took the action to enlarge, and I used the action point to grapple because that takes another attack.
So you have your full action. So you have it's a grapple is an attack action.
Yeah.
So you still have one attack you can make.
Okay. But I also have a bonus action, right?
No.
No? I don't get a bonus action?
No, you already used your bonus action.
I did?
Yeah.
He was going to use it to compel duel.
Oh, but you didn't do that. So
Yeah.
you use your move action to get up to it. You use your attack action to enlarge. You use your
Get out of here.
actions point to do another action. So you do still have your bonus action, but you also, since you have one hand that you're using to grapple, you are not able to use a two-handed weapon.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't expect. But I still have my bonus action. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, I want to punch it.
Okay.
So that's okay. Here we go. Here's the attack. What do I add to this? Just strength for the attack?
No, you're proficient with your own melee.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you just punch it in a place where it's okay if your hand gets stuck there.
I rolled a 19. I almost rolled a 20. Okay, so 26.
That's a hit.
Okay, so what's the damage for that? D4?
No, 1 plus your strength bonus.
Plus a D4 because you're enlarged.
Oh, right.
Wait, 1 plus my strength plus a D4?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah, normally fists are just one damage plus your strength mod. Unless you have like Tavern Brawler, makes it a D4.
okay, so I got I rolled a 4. Okay, so I got 8. But wait,
There's more.
does a mailed fist count as a melee attack weapon?
You can use your smite.
Yeah! Smite it in the face with my fist.
All right, so you got all big, you went and you grabbed it, and then you got stuck to it. What Martha's there, and you got his back, and then like
I'm like
right in his face.
I'm like Voltron. I'm like a the Power Ranger Megazord right now. I'm just like.
All right. So how much did you do at your fist total?
My fist was 8, and my smite is 4 plus. My smite is 10, so 18 total.
All right. You can see that his face is some of the carapace around his face is a little cracked, and it starts to bubble a little bit in anger. So, is that your full turn now?
Yeah. Thanks for indulging me.
Absolutely, that was fun. I can't wait for the reaction. Martha, you're up. Petrie on deck.
So is Martha like, and he's in this claw, and is he like completely encased in it? Is like his claw so big, or like how, like, what is the comparison in size between Martha and this thing's claw?
We don't use phrasing anymore.
Yeah, it's like it's got you wrapped clearly around the waist, and it's kind of crushing you.
Okay. Yeah. So there's not much of a chance that I would be able to actually get out. So
I mean, you can definitely use your action to try and escape.
Can you cast gaseous form and just become gas? And
that's actually what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast gaseous form. So as this creature, Marthos starts he starts sweating and like sweating vapor, and this and turning into a cloud, and you just see this creature, like his fists close in, but like Martha just squirts all over the side of his fist.
Sexual.
And I'm going to move. I think I might have a movement speed of like 10 feet.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
So I'm gonna move 10 feet towards how far away is this thing's head?
10 feet.
I'm gonna move right up to its head.
Okay.
Like behind it. Kind of like the small of its neck.
It doesn't have a neck.
Where one would be.
Okay, so just above its shell, behind its eye stalks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. You're aware that in gaseous form you cannot attack or cast spells, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then Petrie, you're up. Ivor on deck. Tacitus in the hole.
Okay. Petrie like is looking at this big claw between his legs, and he like sort of scurries up, and he stands up. He's like, "Oh God, but don't worry, I got this." And he runs underneath the crab.
Oh no, you didn't.
And he and he like does like a quick prayer, and he does like like the quintessential like sword in the air kind of move.
Yeah.
He does that to the belly of the crab. So let's do an attack roll.
To pull the Sam Gamgee.
Like pretty much like every single like anime or what, even cartoons, like there's like I've seen He-Man do it, and and Zelda's like, oh well, Link's kind of thing. Anyways, let's do a roll.
Petrie only speaks in grunts now. Yeah.
So I'm gonna use an action point because that was really low. Okay, yeah, that looks cool. And then let me see what's my attack bonus. +7, so 26.
That's a hit.
All right, and then I'm gonna blast it with as many goddamn smite points as I can.
Smite points. I think it's
So
just
they-
spell slots, man.
So there goes my 3rd level spell slot. How do I get it go down? Oh, and I'll roll the normal damage with the sword first.
Sorry, I was being attacked by a spider.
Nice.
Sorry for the noise.
What kind of spider? Anyways,
Black spider.
All right, so you're.
alright, so I rolled a 10 in my regular damage.
All right.
And now I'm gonna roll my smite stuff, and that's like 5d8s. All right. Roll. That is 22.
All right. Describe what that attack looks like.
So yeah, I run underneath its belly, and I go, yeah! Like I'm trying to copy Elmorn's chants and yells and stuff, and I just smite it in its belly, like all anime style, or all like cool style, like a cool guy.
All right. Before Ivor goes, this guy has a legendary action, and he's going to use it. Well, wait a minute. Petrie, are you done?
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
All right. So the crab, sensing you underneath it, is going to just let his legs give out and crush you.
Does that require an attack roll?
No. Petrie, you can do a dexterity check to try and avoid some of this damage, but
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I
this
failed.
thing is really heavy.
Did you take 1,000 million damage?
I think I'll use my second action point. Okay, that's a 16. Is that enough?
Sure, that'll be half damage.
So you only
Sweet,
take
500,000.
1,000 damage.
That's good.
How many dice is that?
Wait a minute. The roll is an 18. You're within 10 feet of me.
He already succeeded. I told you that.
I'm just saying.
Extra protection.
That's right. You've got my aura, Petrie.
And my axe. Wait.
How many dice did you just roll?
8.
And that's all your doom.
There we go.
All right. So you take 30 damage.
Oh, okay.
That's a third of your health.
Okay. He rolled 10d8.
You're also prone
Oh yeah.
If you hadn't saved
because I mean this thing just crushed you. You're either prone or you're stuck in the mud.
Or stuck to it.
Yeah. Well, the adhesive strangely doesn't isn't applied to the underside of it.
That's good because then I could just do this every round. Just keep.
All right. Ivor, you're up. Tacitus on deck, monster in the hole.
Okay. First, I'm going to take 2 shots at it. That is 21 and a 25.
Both hit.
And 29 arrow damage. And then I'm going to use an action point to do that again. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to use one of my arcane arrow features. Why not? So as one of the arrows hits, I say, Ego vocaris volus domini viris, and the arrow explodes, and he takes 9 force damage. Then I'll do it again. It's a 22 and a nat 1.
Roll to confirm the failure.
That's a 26.
All right, so it's not a critical failure; it's just a failure. So
Another 14 arrow damage.
All right. It looks pretty annoyed.
Oh, it's annoyed.
And I am not backing away from it because I only have a 17 AC. It would just eat me.
All right. Tacitus, you're up. Monster on deck. Elmorn, you're in the hole.
Let's see. I don't know. I just don't know. It's kind of a difficult situation. I'm gonna let's see what's the range on this. Oh shit. Can I pull out? I want to pull out a coin and cast light on it and toss it up to the. And right before I toss it up, I launch 2 more of the minute meteors, just trying to draw as much attention to the top. I'm gonna get that damn bird to eat this damn thing. Hopefully, Elmorn can get detached before it gets carried away. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Wait, what did you cast? Light and then what?
So so basically my goal is toss a couple, because it's only a bonus action now to throw some of those meteors, and then I want to use light on a coin, and I want to toss it on top.
All right, so the coin sticks easily. That's not a problem. With the 2 saves, 1 fail and 1's a 17.
That's good enough. Good enough for half damage. 4 fire for the first, and 5 reduced, I guess, for the second.
All right.
And then I'll since this steed is pretty fast, I'll have gotten a little bit close, but not within its range, to toss the coin, and then backed up again.
Okay.
Pretty far.
That works. All right, so now the monster being pissed at this creature that's attached to its claw and the one that's shooting things at it, it raises its claw and forcefully flings it towards in Ivar's direction. So
wait. It does what?
It lifts you with its claw and kind of tries to fling you off of it at Ivar.
So it's trying to escape my grapple right now?
So you need to give me a strength saving throw.
But shouldn't I have advantage since I'm stuck to this stupid thing?
It's very strong. If you think about it, because you have a gauntlet. You're wearing a gauntlet. That's what's attached, right?
My gauntlet is leather
depends on
my arm.
It depends on the strength of your fingers to maintain hold of the gauntlet rather than slip out of the gauntlet.
Let me ask
you, if you're
does this thing have the power of egg? I think not. I am Eggmorn.
I thought you did diverge from that path long ago.
All right, we're gonna actually make it an opposed.
Every time I become egg or enlarged, I become Eggmorn again.
All right.
Once
I got a 20.
I used an action point. Fuck. Should I use my last action point, guys?
No.
Ivar says yes.
Alright. I believe in the power of Eggmorn. I'm going to use another action point. Oh, nat 20! Yeah.
All right. So you maintain your hold as it's trying to fling you off of it.
It tries to fling me around, and I come back and I kick it in the face.
And your foot gets attached.
No,
But
okay.
it's going to use its second attack to try and do it again.
What? No.
No.
It's good. You've
Wait,
already
doesn't the
proven
nat
that you
20
can do it.
Anything? Come on, what's
What?
the nat 20 get me? What's the nat 20 get me?
Nothing.
It's just
That you're not taking any whiplash damage as you're being like tossed about.
that's true.
Bullshit. All right, fine. Go ahead.
All right.
Another opposed check, right?
Opposed strength check. Yep.
All right, here we go.
You've already proven you could do it.
18.
All right, here we go.
You got it right here. You got it. Not one.
Oh, I got a 21.
Oh.
Yeah.
All
Hold
right.
on for dear life.
So you managed to hold on with this one, but it still does some damage as you're being flung around.
Sure.
Raggedy Eggmorn.
So you take 11 whiplash damage.
11 whiplash. He's making up new categories of damage, so I can't. Take 25 imaginary damage. 50 unavoidable.
You know the square root of 2. That's how much damage you did.
All right, I took my 11 damage. I'll take it. It's worth it to hang on. I used all my action points, guys.
You got to flip this fucking crab over, man.
Yeah, it's my turn, right?
Yes.
All right. I use my action to try and pin the crab. I have the grappler feat. I can pin the crab.
Ooh.
So your last attack, then, when you punched it in the face, should have been an advantage.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess. Whatever, I still punched it.
Okay. These pinning rules are not something I've had to deal with before. 1 second.
I don't think there's official pinning.
Well, so it says, I can use my action to try and pin the creature grappled by me. To do so, I make another grapple check. If I succeed, me and the creature are restrained until the grapple ends.
Okay, so it's another opposed check then.
Yeah. Bring it on. Shit.
11.
Wait, this is athletics, right?
Yes.
Yes.
18.
So describe how you managed to pin the creature.
Well, hang on. First of all, Peachtree like, "Oh shit!" and starts running.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna say I sweep the legs, but Peachtree's under it. Okay, so I have one arm on the claw or whatever. He threw me around a lot, whatever. I managed to plant my feet, and then it's okay. I'll take my other hand and grab the same claw, and then I exert all of my strength, and then slam it on the ground, and I get on top of it or whatever, and I'm pinning it to the ground. We're both on the ground now, restrained.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that did not look like you were grabbing a leg. That you were like this. So I was like, what's going on now?
Yeah, at least I wasn't like this. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, guys. I'm just grappling it just to do it.
It's great.
Dude,
all right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to summon a fucking bird out of nowhere.
All right, so you got it grappled. It's going to use another one of its legendary actions to do something it has not revealed that it can do yet.
I've got it restrained. It's not grappled. It's restrained.
Yes, I understand that. And it is going to shoot a spike at Ivar. And the spike is actually attached. It's like a fucking harpoon that he shoots at Ivar.
His attack rolls have disadvantage because he's restrained by me.
I am aware.
All right, good.
I'm trying to negate the silliness of the image of you being as small or straining it, but I've come to accept it.
You've got that sentinel feat, right, man?
Well, wait, yeah. How close is Ivar?
15 feet.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does, because it's within 5 feet of you. If it's a creature within 5 feet of you that attacks somebody else, you get to hit it.
Oh yeah, all right. I
Yeah, but you're restrained against the. But
also, we're forgetting that these are legendary
so
actions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think legendary actions bypass a lot of our little Sentinel rules.
It has to say it, man.
Okay, but my attack would just be disadvantage. That's all. But I have advantage against the creature, so it would just be a normal attack for me.
Right.
All right, if you want to make your attack, you go ahead and make your attack.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to knee it in the face.
Okay.
21?
Hits.
Yeah. All right. I knee it with holy power. So I do. So 1 plus my strength, plus 4, plus 2d8. So 17.
Okay.
17. I call this one the holy knee.
All right. Your knee deflect with the power of your oath, cracks its shell a little bit, and there's some viscous fluid oozing from the cracks. And the harpoon is shooting towards Ivar.
I like the ooze.
Okay.
18.
That hits. I use my belt of misdirection.
Yes! Oh, I can't wait.
So I
So
believe
it's a random person that takes your place then, right?
I swap places with a random enemy within 60 feet. I believe I swap places with it since it's the only enemy, and it stabs itself with its harpoon.
What the
And then I'm underneath Elmorn.
Yeah.
You're being pinned by Elmorn.
So
Wait, why would you do this?
He doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, because I don't want to be harpooned and then dragged in.
Dude, I used all my action points to grab ruined it.
All right, so the monster hurts itself. It's somehow like space and time have warped, so it's like hitting itself right in the face with its harpoon, and it's incredibly confused. And it tries to rip it back, but that just breaks the harpoon off in its face. So now it's got this thing hanging out of its face, and the harpoon thing is kind of like bleeding and flailing until it pulls back into its shell. So
maybe we'll be lucky in the
I'll
bird is
let
attracted to its enemy.
Ivar roll the damage for that. Ivar, roll a d10.
7.
All right, so it does 27 damage. To itself.
20?
That seems to be what he said.
Martha, you're up. Petrie on deck. Ivar in the hole.
So all you see is the thing flies out. Ivar disappears. It is unclear where he went because he is completely underneath Elmorn.
Oh man. I mean, Martha was seeing this, and he is quite literally a fog of confusion at this point. So
Wasn't there a Disturbed song about that?
yeah. So I'm going to try to just make my way to the ground at this point to get out of the fog.
Okay.
So I don't know how. I know I was at least 10 feet to get to his head. I'm not sure where his claw was in relation to the ground, though. When I was,
you don't need to worry about it. You can get on the ground, and you can end the concentration on the spell if you.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, no action. Worry about that.
Okay, and then I'm going to then cast Fly. I'm a twin spell Fly actually. On myself. And oh shit, that's a touch. That means I have to go touch somebody.
Yeah.
I'll just cast it on myself. So then Martha starts floating.
Okay.
And I'm going to take on. So everybody, whether or not they can see Martha, they just feel heartened, and they're feeling a little bit energized, and I would say go as far as say even a little bit inspired. So everybody gets 5 temporary hit points, and you can use. You can immediately use a reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
So I just realized something. Ivar, you didn't really move since the beginning of the match, right?
Right.
So that means you guys. So the new drawing of where everyone is. This bottom one.
No, I was way far back, man.
The thing is real big.
I got
I said it's a 50-foot. It's a 50-foot diameter creature. I said that.
I got 100 foot of movement.
Yeah, but you were still like you all only 50 feet back, and then you came back, throw the coin back up, and then retreated back. Right?
Yeah.
So you're right. You're staring at its anus.
Sure.
So we can move as an immediate action, or it's on our turn.
It can when a creature gains these temporary hit points, it can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
I could use that.
So
Yeah. The only one that can't move is Elmorn, because he used his reaction to knee the creature in the face.
okay.
I use my reaction to activate the belt.
All right. So then
yes.
just Tacitus.
What's going on now?
You can move your speed without an attack of opportunity.
It'd be like 100 feet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. So you said you wanted to be real far back, right?
Yeah. What was this about? Temporary hit points?
Everybody gets 5.
Oh, okay. Hey, it helps.
You're feeling inspired.
Got it.
Tacitus, before you move and do what you are probably going to do, you notice that the bodies on the back of the crab seem to be kind of moving and twitching, and then you notice that they're kind of being like shrinking or like imploding into themselves almost, and then they're also like shattering and disappearing within the carapace. And as the bodies disappear, you notice that there are thousands of like tearing mouths all over the carapace, and
Sure.
it's devouring some of the bodies.
Sure.
And those of you looking at the front of the creature, where most of the damage has been sustained, notice that some of the cracks seem to be healing.
Oh, yeah?
Sure.
So, Petrie, you're up. Ivar on deck. Tacitus in the hole.
I'm a bit conflicted. I've got all this courage, yet I want to run away so bad. So I leave it up to Elmore, and I run up his shoulder and act like Egg, and use my I use help action, and that's me.
What are you gonna help him?
Huh? Whatever he wants to do, I hold my help.
All right, so you're holding your help action.
Yeah.
Whatever Tacitus, when you had that opportunity to use your reaction to move, did you move?
Yeah, like 90 degrees.
So you're here.
Yeah, so like
up?
in the direction of. So where's the village location in reference to that?
Village location is over here. So you guys actually managed to get past the crap with that belt in this direction.
Yeah, I go towards them then. This thing's pretty big, right? I could just like scoot underneath it.
How when you're riding the Phantom horse, the Phantom steed, is it like, are you at the height of riding a real steed?
It does not really say. It just says that I.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
It's probably pizza.
That's late. I guess it's not too late for a pizza.
I guess it all depends.
Just couldn't get harpooned, huh?
It would have been a nice 27 damage coming your way.
Since I probably would have to roll a strength check to get away from it, that would be bad for me.
Well, we could just run, but that wasn't Petrie's idea.
But the thing's huge too, so.
Sorry, guys. All right. So,
yeah, I mean, as far as Phantom Steed goes, it just says that you kind of decide the appearance. That's all, though.
So it's still kind of like riding a steed, then.
I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
I was kind of, the dog from,
Wilfred.
No. Guys, I'm writing Wilfred. So, no, the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was imagining, except less flying, just kind of hovering up over the air.
Uh-huh. Okay. We'll do a spellcaster check with proficiency against his athletics and see if you can move through. And then that'll kind of determine for the spell, like whether or not it allows you to go lower or if you're at the height of a regular steed.
Okay.
Fair?
Sure.
All right. Rolled a 25.
I had a 22.
Boy.
All right, you're able to do it, but you're at half speed. And since the thing is 50 feet in diameter, you manage to get right in front of it.
But that's not where I want to be. So I'll just instead of straight 90 degrees, I was kind of 45.
Well, wait a minute. We already did the check. You can't back out of the check now. You can't.
I tried to go under.
I make an attack. Oh, wait a minute. It misses. No, I didn't make an attack.
Why not? Elmore did.
Oh, that's different.
No. All right. Well, all right. Well, that's where I'm at then.
I mean, you're welcome to use an action point to move farther, or just use a dash action.
Well, I mean,
but
it's
of
not my
course,
turn
that
yet.
comes with a potential, right? And then that's also a potential for an attack of opportunity. So
I don't need that. I got other ways to get the fuck out of here.
All right, so we got Ivor is up, right? Or is it Petrie?
No, I did my turn.
Right, you're holding your help action. So Ivor, you're up.
So I crawl out from under huge Elmorn And then I will take 2 shots at it. It's 29 and 25.
Both hit.
24 damage, and then I'm going to use a second action point to do it again. It's a 24 and a 20.
1 hits.
That's 13 more damage.
All right. You manage to pierce one of its eyes, and it begins pounding the ground in pain since it can't really make much more of a. It doesn't really emit sound except for that tearing sound of its jaws, which it does that. And then it's also pounding on the ground right around Tacitus.
Sure.
All right. Speaking of which, Tacitus, you're up.
Yep. Thunderstep. So I'm going to teleport 90 feet away.
Okay.
Straight forward. The horse thing does not technically come with me because I think it's considered too big. But it's not. It's also not corporeal, so I imagine it can just follow me.
I don't have any problem with it. It's your spell, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have any problem with it being teleported with you.
Alrighty.
So this is now what I imagine to be the general battle plan on the bottom. Tacitus is over here. The gang is over here. Monster is like over here.
It has to make a con save.
$24.
Some bullshit. All right. I fully expected that, actually. So just half the damage. Half of 15 thunder damage. I don't know if maybe that might blow off some of those bodies. I don't know.
Well, it looks like some more of the bodies towards the front are actually disappearing. Similarly to how you saw.
Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. But it did make an enormous bang that could be heard out to 300 feet, all that jazz. Bonus action, last 2 meteors.
Oh, right. Yeah, make that. 21 and a 7.
I need you to just fail both of them, all right? Come on now.
Well, there's no more bodies to absorb any of the damage, so.
All right, so the first one was a save, I guess. Of course, that's the one I rolled decent on. 9 fire. And then the second one is fucking 2. All right.
All right. The monster is up. And it is...
I'll use my movement to keep moving.
Okay. So you're now like...
120 feet, probably, from it.
You're like way out there.
Come on, guys! Avoiding any other fucking mounds that might be out here, too.
So the creature opens up its claw and shoots out a ropey type of substance. Yeah, you guys are all within a couple feet of each other, right?
I'm not.
I would say everybody test this.
Yeah. So everybody that's there, everybody except Tacitus, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Actually, I'm flying. I forgot.
Oh, right, you're flying. So, how far are you flying above?
Well, I was thinking like 10 feet. 10 or
So you're
15
10 feet above
but-
everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So you escape that then. So Ivar, Elmorn, and Marthau.
I got a 24.
And everybody gets a +2 because they're right around Elmorn.
What
26.
was the
Okay, so that's good.
kind of saving throw?
17.
Dexterity?
I feel like Elmorn may withdraw his protection from Ivar right now.
I'm pissed. God damn it. I got an 18.
Nice.
All right. So only Petrie is restrained.
That's 17. Is that too
Yeah.
low? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm restrained on Elmorn's shoulder, so I'm good. Let's go.
So
Not that
so
big.
Petrie is restrained. The substance was a glue, adhesive. So Petrie is stuck to the ground and restrained. And the monster then, it doesn't even crawl. It actually leaps into the air right in front of the rest of the group. And then takes a huge swipe at Elmorn.
This thing can jump?
23. Elmorn.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second, my wife. What's up? No? Sorry, what was that again?
23 hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you take 22 divided by 2, 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
And I use my reaction to fire one of my Zoriat arrows using my archer's boon, so it takes 4 off the damage.
Oh, how the turntables.
So that would be off the total damage then. So it was 4, that's 22. So minus 4 is 18. So you take 9 damage instead.
Okay.
All right. Elmorn, you're up. Martha on deck. Petrie in the hole.
Okay, I'd like to break free of my grapple, please.
Okay. Athletics.
I got a
11.
16.
Huh?
16.
All right, you break the grapple.
So that's my action, right?
One of your
No,
attacks.
that's your attack action.
Oh,
You
But the thing is,
still get an attack.
how far is the thing from me?
You're grappled to it. It
Oh, it
has
like
you in its
pulled me
claw.
to it?
Yeah.
It
No.
leapt.
It jumped to us.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. I was still stuck on the whole shooting adhesive. I thought I was grappled by the adhesive.
No, I was.
No, you were grappled by his claw.
Oh, so I was just like,
Petrie-
ah!
Petrie's all jizzed on.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I say this was the biggest mistake you could ever made, motherfucker. And then I,
Well, given that it leapt right over to you and grappled you in its claw, do you want to break the grapple or just stay grappled with it?
Yeah, now you can just pin it.
no, it's
No, he's got to still counter grapple.
yeah,
Okay.
it's grappling me. I'm not grappling it.
Oh.
So, no, I'm done grappling because last time that obviously didn't work for me. Somebody fucked up my plans. So, I'll just use my extra attack and hit it with my halberd, I guess. Okay. Fuck. Well, I missed. I got a 12.
Okay, yeah, that's a miss.
I'm gonna use my bonus action and follow up with the butt of the halberd. And that also doesn't do anything to his crabby crustacean carapace.
All right. Martha, you're up. Petrie on deck. Ivor in the hole.
All right. Martha is going to. He's going to do a. Let's see. That wouldn't be helpful. So Martha is going to cast a chaos bolt at the creature. So nat 20.
All right. Roll to confirm.
9. That's a 28.
That's a confirm. Roll the percentile.
It's a 95.
Ooh. Have we unlocked secret achievements?
I don't think so. I was 96 and up.
Let's
I've
see.
rolled 95 before.
Yeah. So you deal triple max damage to the crab.
Okay, so it's 16 as max damage, so that's 48. And I'll roll, so it can be, they will be 2, 3. It'll be fire damage.
All right.
So yeah, it'll be fire damage, and then for a bonus action, I'm going to give a bardic inspiration and inspire Elmorn or Eggmorn. So you get a d6 to add to your ability attack or saving throw. And that's my turn.
So before Petrie can have a chance to react, you guys see that, you hear that through, and it rumbles through the land. You see that shadow, and
You just scared the shit out of her.
I'm sorry, Lord Baelish.
We made fun of it, but look how fearsome it actually was.
we are the cat.
But the shadow kind of floats above, and that strange light now suffuses the entire area, making everything seem in negative. And you see a beam of light pierce through the fog of purple energy, striking the crab straight in the middle of its carapace, causing it to explode. So everybody give me a dexterity save as shrapnel is basically thrown everywhere.
Even me, way far back.
I've got.
Yeah,
sticky
it's
stuff.
really forceful. You can have advantage on your save though.
All right, what kind of save?
Dexterity.
Oh yeah, that's gonna help me a lot here.
Remember, Elmorn, you got you can use that D6 on the save.
Yes.
I got a 30 if Elmorn's protecting me.
I don't think I'm close enough, so I got a 14.
Am I at disadvantage or anything being in the sticky stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well there we go. Well, that'll get me a good old 12. Otherwise, it would have been a nat 20.
I'm gonna use my bad luck, one of them, and I'm gonna add a D6, which got a 6. Nice, so I got 16.
All right. So anyone got less than a 15 takes 20 damage. Those that succeeded take 10. And as this beam of light pierces the ground and exploded the crab, you can then see all of the pieces then kind of levitating and floating back into this beam and then being sucked up. And then you hear the again as it then goes away, and now you are no longer bathed in this energy that makes everything look like you're looking at a negative.
What kind of damage was it? Was it unavoidable, unresistible flash damage, or was it regular damage?
Was that scrambling damage that only affects Edward?
It was piercing damage.
Okay, then I took 5.
So now you guys, and there's a crater where the crab used to be.
I mean,
And
okay.
it actually is, so the crab, the crater, as the crab was about 50 feet across, the crater is about 50 feet across. But if you go to the edge and look down, it seems to go way down into the earth, like so far down that you can't even see the bottom.
That's kind of scary. But is the wait, all the lights gone? This presence is gone? You're saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it flew off.
Weren't able to like glean anything off of it before it was able to go away?
It just seemed like a creature that within the fog, in the vague shape of some kind of body with wings. Couldn't really tell from the shadow.
But it was huge.
I just like
It was
I just look up and like, could have done that sooner. Come on.
So Petrie's still stuck in this goo.
Yeah, I'm still in crab juice, just trying to get out.
Just pick him up. Just
wiggling around, yeah.
So, well, Martha just seems a little apprehensive to like get dirty in the crab juice. But is there like a stick that we can like put in there to try to help him out?
I mean, you're on a battlefield surrounded by weapons and things.
Yeah, so maybe we could find like a halberd.
And it's very similar. Does anybody remember Aliens when Newt was encased in the resin? It's very much like that. That's what is covering Petrie right now.
We'll just leave him for next session when we have our action points back.
So, do you think the hole was its lair? You think it had anything worth diving in there for? A guy who can fly?
No.
Well, I am floating right now, and I'm feeling pretty fabulous.
Listen, that thing was eating bodies to recover. Do you want to be down there where there might be more bodies for it to eat to recover?
Well, was its back? Did it come out of the ground? I don't remember. Did it come out of the ground, or was it part of the ground and then it came up?
No, it was. It looked like. So where you guys are standing right now, because you swapped positions with the crab, you're kind of in like this furrow or like this divot where it had kind of it kind of dug out the earth just enough so that it would appear to be flat-ish, and it had covered itself in bodies because it's an ambush predator. So it's not like the hole in the ground where that whatever that thing was in the sky destroyed it. That's different. That was a hole that's left in the ground from that whatever that energy was that left the sky. And that's the hole that you guys can't see to the bottom. The other one is more of like what I kind of think of is, you know, those videos of the lizards in the sand that are kind of go like and then get themselves under the sand.
Yeah.
That's kind of this, except with dead bodies.
I mean, we got one person from Australia. I think he lives with those things.
They're in his computer. You know, I could fly in the hole, but I don't really trust this place at all to not falter my magic, and then I would fall and I would be gone. And not only would I be gone, but I would be probably dead. So I would prefer to at least die a more heroic death than ran out of magic above a hole.
So let's get moving, yeah?
Yeah, let's head to the town.
Petrie just peels some more crab juice off him. He's like, help.
Petrie, go ahead and give me athletics check.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Yeah, good one.
Oh, I immediately pull my bow, spin, and fire an arrow directly at Petrie, covering you in viscous grease.
Sweet.
So you have advantage to escape the grapple.
All right. Well, that would be a 17.
All right. So you're able to get mostly out of it. You still have a leg caught in there, though.
Oh. I just start dragging it along.
Martha, being the sport, is going to try to help pull him out.
All right. You guys don't need to roll. You get Petrie out. You're able to break it or dissolve it or whatever. However you do it, you're able to get him out. And now you're in the middle of these two hills, this massive land covered in fresh bodies, the hole where the crab was burrowing, the hole where the crab had died, and lots of torn up bodies from the shrapnel that was left in the crab's wake.
Fun.
Shall we head to town?
Yep.
Or what constitutes for a town in the Mournlands? some collection of buildings that may or may not be something.
They were once somebody's homes.
Yes, long bereft of probably anything valuable or any sort of welcoming feeling.
I was sort of hoping that Elmorn's daughter would come and save us from the crab monster.
Maybe that was my daughter.
Let's start singing.
Baby, come back. Come back to me.
That's not what I was expecting. Because there's an actual song. Baby, come back.
This is the song. To the window, to the wall, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my ball. All these bitches crawl.
Perfect.
Skeet, skeet, Grace. Skeet, skeet.
He's singing his heart out. I'm like, he said that was her favorite song. All right. We need
So,
shit
do you
together.
guys want to end here for the night, or do you want to keep
I
going?
think it's a good stopping point. I think
Yep.
Dustin was feeling tired, but I mean, I can keep going if you guys want to keep going.
I got shit to do tomorrow. I got more D&D tomorrow, and then more D&D the next day.
I do have to wake up at 9 for the World Cup.
Oh,
Foosball. Wait.
What did everyone think about tonight's session and the fight?
I thought it was fun. My plans were ruined, but
Hey,
At
least
least
this
it wasn't
time
my fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least it wasn't my fault this time.
yeah,
Unless he
you
Unless
were
he gave-
were mostly gracious this time, except for the whiplash damage. Whiplash damage. I'm gonna have to use that in my campaign.
I tried Googling like whiplash damage and nothing came up, which leads me to believe that there has been no precedent for whiplash damage.
I think to make up for that, you need to add whiplash damage to my set of resistances.
This Metallica song is not doing anything for me.
But no, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed grappling and punching the thing with and kicking it with radiant power. I think it's cool that this like weird, powerful creature like it saved us, but at the same time, it's like it could be a dangerous foe that could just obliterate us. So it's kind of creepy.
I was hoping it was just a rock and it liked to, like to eat crabs, kind of like a weird seagull.
Possibly, but I thought it was a good session. And I'll stop talking now.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't fall asleep, so that was good. I thought it was engaging and challenging. I wasn't quite sure what to do in some points.
Whereas I have a sort of similar impression in that I imagined Ivar was because you said earlier like we can do whatever sort of tactical thing we want to do, and Ivar, that was the first time I realized we don't do like tactics. we all have our own things that we like to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
It should be very interesting because I basically, whenever I made this character, I was like, he's the type now that he doesn't want to learn any more physically offensive skills or spells. So like no fireball. He has the minute meteor because he learned that back in the war or whatever. But any new spells, they're not going to like physically hurt anybody if I can help it. Hence the spell Synaptic Static, which does psychic damage instead. So I'll fuck up your mind, just not your body. You know.
Yeah, I got to do my.
In fact,
I got to do.
go ahead.
I got to do a cool thing, so I'm happy.
You paid for it, but it was really awesome.
Yeah, I got to do the He-Man move. Hell yeah!
I sort of imagine like when you got, because you were like ready to help action and then got trapped in the glue. I imagine Petrie trapped in the glue saying, "I'm helping."
I'm helping and need help. But
like a Ralph meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that you guys did a really good job. Like when Martha, you escaped the grapple by turning the mist, and then when you used your belt of misdirection, I was like, yes, finally it's getting use. And then I was a little disappointed I didn't get to throw anyone. I really wanted to throw people.
Your disappointment was palpable because you're like that 20. You're like, okay,
right, and that's when you had to invent whiplash damage there on the
Exactly.
I also, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I wasn't actually sure if Ivar knew what Tacitus was doing, like throwing lit up coins into the air and like, oh, he's trying to summon the bird. May not have been like the first thing Ivar thought.
Well, that's just Tacitus for you. He's generally smarter than everybody else. Realize this. I don't think. Like, I think he just thinks he's a normal guy, but he happens to be smarter than everybody else. So it's like, well, of course, this is what we should be doing. This must be their way of doing it. I don't know.
And you invested so much effort into doing that. I was like, I can't not give you something for that. So, but also one of the things I was really trying to play with this session is subverting your expectations and rising the tension, because you guys are in this place and it's like, come on, obviously this is going to be an undead army.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was trying to play with that a little bit.
It was definitely a subversion of expectations. Yeah. I would say that.
Yeah, every time you made people roll for something, I was expecting it to be like, this would be our combat.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, roll initiative. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, even whenever the bodies started moving in a clump, I'm like, God, it's like a corpse collector or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a giant crab with bodies on it. I'm like, oh, all right.
Okay. Yeah, what?
Yeah. Perfect. Like, that's why I thought you showed us the bird the first time. Like, this is exactly what he wanted.
It's like first the body was moving, but it was just gas, and then the bird flew overhead, and like both times I'm like, all right, initiative. Nope.
Giant crab. Oh wow. Okay. Birds eat crabs. That was the first thing I thought of. Birds eat crabs. Let's get the bird back here.
Is that really what you thought of?
Yeah. Like a seagull and some shit. Like, beach birds.
That's funny.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Is the crab monster? Is that a regular 5e thing?
No, it's from the original Everon campaign setting. It's a carcass crab. I modified it quite a bit, but it is something that is native to the Mournland.
Interesting.
So,
Oh, there's also, hang on, I'll send you a link to this, guys, because you might be interested. It is a big humble bundle of a bunch of D&D stuff. It's like $12 and you get like, was it like 17 books,
Wow.
I think? Yeah. It's all electronics as well. Nah, they're all over the place. They look more so like partial stories and bit like that, I think.
That's pretty
It
cool.
looks. It
Oh,
looks
there's
like
a Neverwhere
some of,
one.
yeah. It looks like some of them may be like graphic novels.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't have the Dungeons and
Oh
Dragons.
yeah, no, you are right. Yeah, they are novels. Yeah, you're right.
It's pretty
There was one a little while ago which had like a bunch of like the old 3.5 books, and it was the same price. So I was like, whoa! But I forgot to
Wait.
post it up.
You're not gonna buy the Chuck Tingle bundle?
Don't look at that. Don't look at
You
that.
don't want to buy Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt?
No, I'm good. I'm real good.
Pokey Butt Go, Pounded
Hey,
by
oh. Hey, what's
Before
your
we
email?
start-
I never mind.
Game of Butt, The Pounds of Winter? You don't want to read these?
Anyways,
No.
one thing before I forget, everybody give me a perception check. Everybody except Ivar is at disadvantage.
I rolled well.
17.
I think I got a 23. Yeah.
Well, I might as well use these last 2 action points.
Yeah, actually, I'll use my last one too.
23 I got.
Oh, that's so much better.
I got a 20, not natural.
24.
I got a good old 12.
All right, Tony, expect an email before next session.
All right. Don't expect me to remember
I won't. So, yeah, I actually, though, so that you guys know, the body moving and the bird thing, that actually was like in the moment just came to me. I'm like, what can I add that would be cool? Oh, this. What can I add that would fuck with you guys? Oh, this. So.
Yeah, it was good. It was real good. I was just lucky that bird came because I had no clue what we we're gonna do.
I think we were wearing
Oh,
it
you
down.
guys had. Yeah, you guys had defeated it. That was just my way of cinematically giving it a fitting end.
Oh, we defeated it. Okay.
I wanted to just run.
I mean,
I really just wanted to run.
It was like 48 fire damage. I was hoping that if there were any sort of bodies left, we saw that they exploded, so that it would have fire damage would have might have maybe caused them to explode as little bombs.
Did my radiant punches and knees do anything?
Yeah.
And bison.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of damage. I think I calculated 283 damage total.
Lordy.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are no joke, but you're in the Mournland. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Every resource you use is going to be difficult to recoup.
Yep.
Just need a short rest.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. Have a good night and a good week.
Yep, you too.
All
See you
right,
next week.
take care.
All right.
See ya.
Later.
Actually, if the thing hadn't exploded at the end, I wouldn't even have taken any damage.
Me too.
God damn it. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
All right,
Talk to you
take
later.
care, everyone.
Oh, good.